We better get started. It's YouTube Live number 44. Happy New Year, everybody. So good to see you. Hope you had a great New Year. I almost called the night off. This is the first time in 44 weeks. I was sick as heck. I'm still sick as heck, but we're going to try and get through this. Again, Happy New Year. Let me know if the picture and sound is okay. Start with the Web Wilder Credo. Work hard, rock hard, eat hard, sleep hard, grow big. Wear a glass if you need them. 8,977 subscribers, 3,923,414 views. So we're a little short of 9,000 subscribers and 4 million views. Almost 10K. Yeah, I know, AO7. I was hoping to get there. Super Duper Man, who's here tonight. Hey, my brother Ed's here. I got to take a second. My brother Ed brought me some food today. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, I'm not feeling well, and he brought me a batch of pork and macaroni and cheese. When we're done, everybody come over and we can eat. He brought me a ton of it. Anyway, Super Duper Man. This went so bad last week. Super Duper Man asked me to do a joke, and I thought it was kind of a cool idea. He said, will you do a joke? Maybe every week somebody send me a joke, I'll do it. Why did the beaver become a knight? He wanted to save the damsels in distress. Good joke, my friend. Ghost Malone's here. Ghost is a wonderful man. Ghost is doing some great videos. I got up this morning and one bloodshot eye, and I saw dry January. And I thought, well, that's screwed up. Yesterday, the Eagles played. I was ready to drink by 3:00. Oh, my God. I think the Beavers are awesome. Oh, stop it, Chris. It's too early in the show. Don't get started. But yeah, so I saw this dry January, and I thought, well, shit. I drank yesterday, and tonight's the live. I'm going to drink again. Man, oh, man, this man makes my day so much better. Thank you, Super Duper Man. Your comments make me better. Anyway, dry January. That ship sailed. Maybe I'll try and stay dry till next Monday. I went to the liquor store, and the man said, do you need help? I said, yeah, but I'll probably just get a bottle of whiskey. George Santos. I did a minute on George this week. And for those of you that don't know, I would imagine by now most of you know who George Santos is. He got elected in New York. And everything, I mean, almost everything that has come out of this man's mouth is a lie. And I'm not talking like a little lie. I'm talking a big lie. His grandparents were killed in the Holocaust? Nah, it didn't happen. From that to his mother was killed in 9/11. Not true. This guy, and it just keeps getting worse. I keep seeing, oh, damn, this is like weekly news for the guy about this. No, it's just, I got a lot of stuff, Nathan. But yeah, this guy, today I saw another thing come out. His old roommate said he didn't pay his bill. I'm like, man, at what point don't you go, if it was me, and I got some big balls, I'd even be like, nah, you know what? I think it's best I just, I lied way too much. And I lie a lot. Hey, what did the Ethiopian kid get on Christmas? Hungry. My wife and I were watching porn, and she said, this is so unrealistic. And I said, look, just because you don't like to try new things and stuff doesn't mean other people don't. No. It's just every plumber that came here never had a big dick like that. Whoa. Back her down, Hot Rod. There we go. Hey, Chris, I think we'll do I took it out this week, but Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive. I like that. I'm going to probably do that before the end of the night. I got a lot of stuff. How's everybody doing? How was your New Year? Nathan, what the heck is that? What are you, leaking air? I know AO7 is in Florida. I know David's in Maryland. Ghost is in Michigan. Super Duper Man, I don't know where you're at. Bro, not a porn joke. Oh, I Oh, stay tuned. I got a lot. Last week I mentioned the phone lady, and she charges like $480 an hour to teach millennials and Gen Zs how to talk on the phone. And the only reason I bring it back up is because after I did the minute, I thought about it, and I worked at Lowe's with a lot of 18 to 20-year-old kids, and they really didn't like talking to people. They're accustomed to their phone. And in other words, as crazy as it seems, I can see how a company would say, "Hey, we need to teach you how." I know at Lowe's, people, this guy wants to talk to somebody. I don't want to talk to him. Yeah, yeah. I just thought that was comical, where the phone lady's charging that kind of money, and I believe it though. I know Chris, hey, Derek's here. Derek, Happy New Year, man. I saw your thing on Instagram and I commented. Um, yeah, and the thing was, I wasn't punching down. I wasn't, because I understand it. I understand millennials. I get it. Like, which I have a phone jack up here. When I was a kid, I grew up. There was get the phone. My dad hated the phone, and it was always calls for me or my brother. uh, a woman gets into a cab, and the cab driver says, "Wow, this is the third pregnant woman I've taken home today." She said, "I'm not pregnant." He said, "You're not home yet." Oh, I'm so stupid. Hey, Ghost Malone, you're the best. I'll tell you what, you're doing some great videos. I love your son and your cat and everything you're doing. Good things are going to happen to Ghost Malone. If you haven't do it, go over and check out Ghost Malone. He's a good guy. I've actually spoke to him. Uh, I did a story about a Japanese man this week, and it said that I'm not telling my friends about this because I don't want them to think I'm weird. And I laughed when I saw it, but then when I watched a couple of the YouTube videos, if you don't know, on my YouTube page, if you scroll across, there's a community section. There's also a merchandise tab there now. You can click on it and buy merchandise if you want. But I posted a couple videos in the community section that this guy doesn't want his friends to think he's weird, but he spent $15,000 on a dog costume. And if you didn't see the videos, I mean, it's realistic. The company that made it took 4 months to make this thing. Obviously, cost him $15,000, but he looks like a real dog. And he said it's his childhood dream. When he was a kid, he wanted to be a dog. So he got this dog outfit, and I was with him. I thought, okay, yeah, it's good, live out your dreams. But when he was trying to eat dog food, and then when he was chasing a ball to get an imaginary treat. Hold on, bud, but you don't want anybody to think you're weird. Hey, that ship sailed, friend. That ship sailed. I can go along with the $15,000 dog outfit, but when you're chasing a ball to get imaginary treats, um, my daughter was running a temperature, and I called the doctor, and he said, "Is she hot?" I said, "Well, maybe with a little makeup." I want to share this with you guys. It's like I want to give a shout out to my brother Ed, who suggested about on the blooper reels that I actually put the joke there. Yesterday, I put up a blooper reel, and it's like 400 views. It's one of the most viewed videos I have. And I don't know if Chris, if you shared it or how it got to that, but I'm so grateful. But I like to share with you guys. Um, and I just found this really comical because New Year's Eve, I just wanted to chill, I wanted to relax, but I knew I had Hope do um, a couple Christmas songs, and they had a couple hundred views. People seemed to like it, and I thought it was funny. So New Year's Eve, I thought, well, I'm going to have Hope Hope sing Auld Lang Syne. Now that song, that song sucks to begin with. And I thought, I can't do this. So then I pulled out the Chromebook. And the reason I'm sharing was so you can picture what I went through. I had the phone, and that's the thing I speak to. And then I had the Chromebook to play the music. And the song is Guy Lombardo, 1954. And I would talk, and then I would click the Chromebook. Hey, everybody, it's Hope Hope. I just play the music. And I shot it about 8 or 10 times, and I finally got it that I was happy. Now, here's where the humor is. When I went to submit it to YouTube, there's a copyright claim on that song from 1954. And the irony is, when I was doing it, I kind of thought, I'll bet you I'm not going to get away with this. So, in other words, I invested an hour of my life trying to make this video, and I could share it. And if you go and you see Hope Hope doing Auld Lang Syne, it says copyright claim. So I could put it on YouTube, but I can't share it. I didn't share it anywhere else. But I just thought that was really funny because I spent all this time. you can't. No, and I should have known it, Auld Lang Syne, but that was horrible. That was so hard to do. Since it's New Year's, I want to give you guys a tip. The best way to keep a New Year's resolution, don't make any. Just don't make them. I saw today, and this was interesting to me. The FCC, they put out a thing that the head of the FCC or whatever said about India banned TikTok like 2.5 years ago. Like in India, you can't look at TikTok. And I know that now on government devices, you can't watch TikTok. And I hesitated to do this because it may seem like I'm bashing China. I personally will never do TikTok. I have nothing to do with it. But when I saw this week, and if you wonder why, beyond the COVID thing, this week they had major COVID breakout. But yet they opened. Go ahead, go on. What? And then today I saw a thing that said, look for major breakouts, major COVID cases to rise because China let what the I how can you in one sense say we got a country that's breaking out with all this COVID and then, no, go ahead, go on, go to the US, what the hell? I'm going to stop. It's just China and TikTok and COVID and all that. They're big, but I will say this. I saw this morning, and little things strike me. That Kim Jong-un, he wants to make some more nuclear weapons. Well, how batshit crazy. Does that guy understand the whole concept of nuclear? Nobody wins in nuclear. Nobody. If you, everybody dies. You can't go back there for 10 years, 20 years. That asshole, Kim Jong-un, that's another. I'm going to keep moving because it's like I spoke to David and Kim Snowden before we started today, and we were talking about it, and I said, I honestly can't keep trying to do comedy and even look at the news. I can't even look at shit because it's like, whether it's Kim Jong-un or I'm going to touch on some other stuff here. My wife is leaving me because I exaggerate too much. Shocked me so much, I damn near tripped over my dick. I like this a lot. There's a 67-year-old man in Uganda. He has 12 wives. He has 108 children and 568 grandchildren. Now, he doesn't want to have any more kids. So he told his 12 wives they all have to start using protection. At 67, he's not going to stop humping them, but he wants them to use birth. And the reason he's stopping having kids is because he doesn't think he's going to have enough money to keep feeding them. He's a farmer. He makes who's that guy, Nick Cannon, look frail. 108 kids. Jesus God. My friend Yellow was here earlier, and I want to talk about this for a second. I love sharing with you guys the Japanese one. They're an average of 2 inches taller than. I'm going to get to some of these comments, but I want to keep rolling because I got a lot to cover tonight. David always says show. I actually have a second page tonight because I want to cover some extra stuff. But I did a joke, and Yellow, I wish you were here. I did a joke earlier this week. I think it was Saturday. And the joke was something to the extent of, it's always a race whenever I have sex. You know, where I come before the police get there. And this person, Bluebird, now I'm guessing it's a girl or a woman. And she wrote, I'm going to report you. And Yellow has been sticking up for me. And I had to laugh. And the reason I laughed, Nick Cannon's a farmer too. He plows for a living. That's really good. But the reason I laughed, and someone, you know, I love the people like you guys that get in there and say, you know, well, what are you going to report him for telling a funny joke? But the irony of it is, I did a pedophile joke. Chris and I talked about it. I did a pedophile joke the night before, which I thought if you're going to report me for something, the pedophile joke, I'll do it for you guys in case you didn't see it, was they say 1 in 3 people live next to a pedophile. Not me. I live next to 2 really hot 12-year-olds. Now, again, it's just a joke. For the authorities out there, my neighbor's 65. She's an old, and it's a Hispanic couple next to, they have no kids. It's a joke. Don't report me. Don't. I didn't do it. I didn't punch that doggy. I've got 2 real bangers I'm going to close with, but I wanted to talk for a second about a couple other things. It shocks me how people get so caught up in like Elon Musk and Twitter, and that he fired the janitors or something. There's no, that the toilets, you know, it's dirty and that it smells like BO and stuff. And the fact that whatever Elon Musk does, like I saw Teslas, a batch of the Teslas, because it was so cold, you know, that I saw that they had to charge it like 5 times trying to keep it going. I spoke to a friend earlier who was telling me that they had a Tesla and it was really cold. It was 20 below or something. And I worry if it acts like that in the cold, I wonder what it acts like when it's really hot. I did a story. I was telling my friend earlier about a Tesla that just shut down. In other words, had 2.5 hours of battery life, but it said to the owner, pull over, we're closing down, don't shut down, don't shut down, keep going. Yeah, the whole automated car and everything but beyond Elon Musk and Twitter and the shit that goes on there that people get themselves all lathered up, I never heard of Andrew Tate before, like, whatever, Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. Greta Thunberg or whatever, the, you know, girl that's trying to save the, you know, global warming and, you know, she made a name for herself, but she got into it with Andrew Tate. And I didn't, to be honest with you, I learned about Andrew Tate about a half hour before this thing started. I had no idea he was a kickboxer, but apparently he said some really nasty stuff. and he got arrested because he had a pizza box on the table. And again, I couldn't give a shit. I give a shit about Elon Musk and Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg. I care about them all the same. I bring it up because it blows my mind how people get so caught up. You couldn't get on Reddit or any of these places that it wasn't on Twitter or anywhere about Greta Thunberg and Andrew Tate. And I couldn't give a shit. Like I said, I didn't even know who the guy was. Maybe a lot of you did. How many? I'll be curious on here. How many of you knew or know who Andrew Tate is? But he he got arrested. Andrew Tate says some bad. Yeah, no, Nathan, that's what I saw. Yeah, it's like Ye. You're exactly right, AO7. It's like Kanye or Ye. That just, it's like, I'll tell you what, AO7, it's funny you'd say that. I think him and George Santos, they all have the same publicist. They all are just batshit crazy. They just keep that George Santos, he just keeps running his hole. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Nothing comes out of your mouth but lies. I do. He's a misogynist. Yeah, like I said, the longer I do this, we're coming up on 3 years. This is 3 years that I've actually been doing Your Comedy Minute. You can go back and look. The first video I did was January 6th, 3 years ago. And, the longer I do this, the more I weigh everything, how funny it is. And I'm gonna discuss just real quick, like that blooper reel, which again, Eddie, I'm thankful. I did that blooper reel, and at 400 views, I'm like shocked, and it's just me doing bloopers. But when you put stuff out there, and which ties into what I'm going to tell you, and you guys will not believe this. I'm going to take a sip. Yesterday was New Year's Day. And I grew up, and I have for, however long, 60 years now, or however long I can remember. On New Year's Day, you have pork and sauerkraut. It hasn't worked. They say if you eat pork and sauerkraut, you get lucky. And I know how, after 3 years of doing this, I know shit that trips people's triggers. So I took a picture of the pork roast and the sauerkraut. Raw pork roast before I put it in the oven. And I thought, I'll just put it on. I'll just send that out there. I put it on Reddit, our picks, lentils on New Year's. Yeah, and I'll get to, but here's where the comedy really hit. There were all kinds of people. In other words, I put this picture on our picks. All it is, you can see it. It's in the community section. It's a pork roast and sauerkraut, raw bag of sauerkraut. And there were a number of people like, oh, I love it. I have it every year. Vegans or whatever. Oh, I would eat pork. But somebody, what is sauerkraut? And I wrote, well, it's Pennsylvania Dutch is what, it's German. Before you know it. And I'm not, you Nazi, you German bastard, you son of a bitch. I got up this morning and someone wrote, I can't believe this. And I couldn't believe it either. Just my picture of pork and sauerkraut. I'm a Nazi. A guy, there was another one this week. I'm going to do the last two jokes and I'm going to close. But there was another guy this week, and it ties in why I remember it. I did a joke reel on, I guess it was Saturday. Just a joke reel, just some jokes I have that, best jokes of 2022. And I put it in funny videos on Reddit. And it has like 150 upvotes. In other words, 150 people like it. Didn't some guy write, this sucks, you're horrible. And I wrote, bud, it's got 150 upvotes. He wrote, well, Hitler had more than 150 supporters and he sucked like you do. Now you're comparing me to Hitler. Jesus God. So this week, because I eat sauerkraut. And I'm Hitler, for God's sakes. I just can't. I yeah, I'm like, I'm, I am so shocked. And Chris is just getting her feet wet on Reddit. But man, Reddit is just brutal. I can't get over. And what's funny is on Reddit, you'll have comments where people like, I really like him. He's great. I love him. He sucks. He's fucking horrible. That old man should get. That old man needs medication. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. We're coming up on 9,000 subscribers and almost 4 million views. It's been a wild ride for 3 years. I've lost some friends. I've made other ones. Obviously, I made a lot of great friends. I got 2 jokes I'm going to end with. I'm going to, should I say hi to everybody first or do the joke? Let me say hi to everybody, and then I'll do these last 2 jokes. I got 2 bangers to close with. What do we got? Who they calling old? You don't look a day past 80. Hey, it's 7. That's why I love it. Big EM. Notorious B.I.G., believe it or not, I actually worked a Biggie record. I worked a couple of them when I worked at PMG. Christopher something or other is his real name. Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. I know, I think it's Total Blackout Painting and the Ghost Malone use it. Why Matt PK11? You're new. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody. Big EM, Christine, I love you. You're the best. Big EM, AO7, as always, you're the best. David and Kim. Why Matt PK11? Who else? My brother Ed was here. Hopefully he's still here. Nathan, you're the best. Nathan's done a lot on the Discord. Let me see. I don't think I missed anybody. Yellow, as always. What's funny is Yellow stuck up for me today. I kind of skipped over that. Because the girl that said she was going to report me for doing that joke, and then Yellow went after her and said, you should. And I said, don't worry, just let it go. And Yellow said, well, just block her, report her. And I thought to myself, well, Yellow, you got to understand, she's actually doing me a favor. By going on there and leaving a comment, even though it's you suck, you're actually helping me. You dumb bitch. You may hate my. And the thing about Yellow Bluebird or whatever her name is, she's been. David, we talked about this. My stalkers hate me so bad. My trolls, they don't just hate me for a minute. They hate me forever. And they'll keep hating me. They just keep coming after me. Eddie knows this. You ruined my whole day. They're comparing me to Hitler. I'm like, Jesus God, I'm just trying to do humor. How can you? But it's funny. Like I said, that girl, I think it's a girl that leaves these, you suck, not funny. She just keeps doing it. I'm thinking, you're helping me. YouTube sees the comments and the algorithms. Every time you leave a comment, you're help. Thank you. Thank you for telling me I suck. Bingo. I'm going to do 2 jokes. I made it through tonight. I'm sick as hell. Go Bengals. I'm rooting for the Bengals tonight over the Bills. I want to do these last 2 jokes. We'll get out of here. You think you can trust family. I can't believe my daughter faked an orgasm like that. and this one is the worst. I shouldn't even do this one, but I'm going to do it. Did I hit everybody? I think I did. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I appreciate everyone. And this joke I shouldn't do, but I'm going to do it. Kids are like cell phones. If you lose it, for a couple of days, can't find it, it's dead. Now, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Yeah, no, super duper man, you're right. They just do. I have. It's like I said I would quit, but I did this joke about drinking non-alcoholic beer. It's like watching porn on the radio. So I'm guessing I have a great face for radio. I still stand by. that it's what comes out of my mouth. It doesn't matter how I look. Like I didn't shave tonight. I'm just doing the best I can. I'm thankful that I have however many subscribers, and I have nearly 4 million views. And I'm not going to go away. You can mess with me all you want. I'm not going to go away unless I die, which that was close today. I felt like COVID was on its way. Hey, thank you all. Have a great night. Don't forget a sweatshirt, a coffee mug. Chris, you want to get a coffee mug? There's merchandise tab right on the YouTube page. Click it. I'll put a link up. Have a great night. I love you all. Thank you all. Super duper man for the joke. If anybody has a joke, want me to do it, send it to me. I'll do it next week. Have a good one. Happy New Year. I'll see you real soon.